If you're buying a home in Central Texas right now and you're not looking at builder incentives, you may be leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table. And I don't mean just a pretty model home with upgraded countertops. I'm talking about interest rate buydowns, closing cost incentives, designer fee credits, and in some cases, just straight up price reductions that many buyers never fully understand because they're so focused on the sticker price. And here is the bigger issue. These builder incentives are quietly changing the resale market as well. So today, I want to break down what builders are doing right now, where the real opportunities are, and why both buyers and sellers need to understand this shift in the market. Hi, I'm Cindy Bell, realtor here in Central Texas, and I work with buyers, sellers, and investors throughout places like Cedar Park, Leander, Georgetown, Liberty Hill, and Round Rock. One of the biggest disconnects I'm seeing right now is buyers comparing resale homes to new construction without understanding the financial advantages builders are offering behind the scenes. So let's break it down. So, why are builders incentivizing? First, let's talk about the why. Builders are a built business. They're in a business to build and sell homes, and builders hate standing inventory. A complete home sitting unsold costs them money every single month. There's interest to carry, taxes, insurance, maintenance, capital is tied up. That all matters to the builder's bottom line, right? That matters to them. And after the frenzy market we had just a couple of years ago, the market is not normalizing here in Central Texas. And buyers have become payment sensitive, not just price sensitive. A buyer may be okay with paying a $450,000 purchase price. What they may not be okay with is the monthly payment attached to today's interest rates. Builders know this. So instead of dropping the prices aggressively and hurting neighborhood appraisals, many builders are using incentives. Price cuts hurt future comps. Incentives are cleaner, meaning that incentives can move back and forth quickly in the market. It's harder to make up reduced comparables. So, the biggest incentive right now, rate buydowns. This is where the buyer needs to pay attention because a lower rate can impact your payment more than the sales price. For example, a builder may offer to buy your rate down from 7% to 5.5. That in itself can create hundreds of dollars in monthly savings, sometimes even more. And some are offering temporary buydowns. So listen to what they're saying. Are they saying a 2-1 buydown? Is it a 1-0 buydown? Is it a permanent buydown? This all matters because many buyers are still shopping based on price instead of also factoring in a payment, and that's a mistake. You should be comparing the total cost, not just the list price. And this is somewhere where sellers are having trouble competing with new home construction. The next big one is closing costs. Builders are often covering part or some or all of the buyer closing costs if you use their preferred lender. That can mean lender fees, title fees, escrow fees, prepaid items, all paid, and sometimes these equal tens of thousands of dollars. And for many buyers, Cash to close, the money you're bringing, from your bank, is the real obstacle. It's liquidity, not qualifying. And that's where the builder credits can change the game for new home buyers. But read the fine print, because sometimes the incentive is tied to using their financing. And you need to be able to compare whether that lender is still competitive, because an incentive isn't always the best deal if the loan structure is not good. So do your homework. The next part that gets overlooked, which is really going to be on to be built homes, and it gets overlooked often, is the design center credits, especially, like I said, on the new to be built homes. Builders many times offer flooring upgrades, cabinetry upgrades, countertop upgrades, appliance upgrades, blinds, covering the cost on premium lots. And that's sometimes tens of thousands of dollars that's going directly into the value of the home. And if you're going to personalize a house in any way, it can be significant. But here's the caution: not every upgrade adds resale value equally. I see this all the time. Some are emotional upgrades, and some are financial upgrades. Know the difference? Inventory homes versus to be built. So this isn't an important one, all right? Inventory homes and to be built homes are a very different conversation with the home builder. Inventory homes, usually you're going to have deeper incentives. Remember what I said earlier? They don't like holding on to inventory, because when they're done, the builder wants them gone. To be built, more customization, but often less aggressive incentives. So if your financial goal is for the best financial deal, inventory might be the win. And this add those customizations after you've moved in. For some, the to be built may be better. Neither is an automatic better. It really depends on your priorities. So why does all this affect the resale seller? And I know the sellers are feeling this. So let's talk about resale for a moment. It's because this affects resellers on the incentive level. A reseller may look at a recent closed sale and price their house based on those numbers, but here's the issue. Many builders' incentives don't fully show up in the public sales data, meaning it may look like it sold for $500,000, but maybe that builder gave $20,000 in closing costs, a rate buy down, an appliance package, blinds. That means the effective value is lower than what the sales price suggests. And a resale seller are competing against that. This is one of the reasons pricing strategy matters more than ever for the resellers, the sellers that are reselling their home. So if you're buying a home here in Central Texas right now, don't just compare the price. Compare the total deal, the rate, the cash to close, builder credits, upgrade value. And if you're selling, understand your competition. Your competition may not be the house down the street. It may be the builder down the road. And that builder may be quietly making the deal sweeter than the numbers appear. If you are trying to figure this out, whether resale or new construction makes more sense of your situation, reach out to me. I'm happy to help break this down for you, both options, and compare real numbers. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe, because I cover Central Texas real estate, market shifts, and all the stuff buyers and sellers don't hear until it costs them money. So, like, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you'd like to get a hold of me, well, it's easy to find me.